Hi, Bill Jones from Turntastic Wood Designs. When I make a piece that comes out nice or a project that works out really well, I'm more than happy to share that on Instagram and on YouTube. But just so you know, it doesn't always go that way. Sometimes things just don't work out, and that was definitely the case for me this week. I tried to make this bowl, and I had a double fail on it, and I'll show you that fail in a bit. And several days' work just pretty much went down the tubes. So I'll show you that. But when that happens, don't get too terribly discouraged. Know that it happens to everyone. And I'm not going to let it stop me, and I'm going to keep on doing. I'll show you what I did and what went wrong next. I cut wedges. I glued those wedges up into rings. I sanded the rings flat with the drum sander. And I glued up the rings and put them in my press. I started turning and everything was going just fine until it wasn't. Sophie could tell I was not happy, and she tried to make me feel better. I took a look at where I was, and I said, maybe I can salvage something out of this. I won't make what I had originally intended, but I'll cut it down and make a smaller bowl and save something out of this. So I cut it down, put it back on the lathe, and tried again. And immediately I blew it up. At that point, I decided this piece was just not meant to be. I did, however, have some positive news this week. I got some things accomplished. I made this cart and finally got around to making my dust collector two-stage. I had the bucket from an old dust collector that had stopped working that I kept the bucket. So I used that, put the pipe in and hooked up and made a two-stage dust collector. And it really doesn't take up any more space in the shop, even though it looks kind of big. It doesn't take up any more floor space because I made it a vertical cart. So that's one positive thing I got done. Another thing I managed to do well on this week is I made this camera boom. It's really based on a video I saw by Jay Bates. I'll put a link in the description below to that video because he does a much better job of explaining this than I ever could. But it's a real handy little camera boom. So I got that done. Well, I hope you liked the video this week and got something valuable out of it. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button and share with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really helps me out. If you have any questions about anything I've said here today, or anything at all that you have for me, or anything in my shop, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching.